Moon's still out. We're gonna do our meditation reading today before I have to go and get my boys ready for school. And thanks to the dad for helping me out watching them. What should we start with today? Let me clear my throat. Let's start with just for today. It is March 10. Let's see what it has in store for us, right? Our own recovery. March 10. The steps are our solution. They are our survival kit. They are our defense against addiction, a deadly disease. Our steps are the principles that make our recovery possible. Basic text, page 19. If you notice, I do a lot of that and whatever because I'm short-tongued. And that's why I really have to emphasize when I read. Because things don't just roll off my tongue. There's a lot to like in Narcotics Anonymous. The meetings, for one, are great. Oh, shoot. Yes, it is great. Something went into my eye. Ay. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Let me just keep trying to read. We get to see our friends, hear some inspiring stories, share some practical experience, maybe even hook up with our sponsor. The campouts, the conventions, the dances are all wonderful, clean fun in the company of other recovering addicts. But the heart of our recovery program is the 12 steps. In fact, they are the program. We've heard it said that we can't stay clean by osmosis. In other words, we can't just attend meetings, no matter how many, and expect to breathe recovery in through the pores of our skin. Recovery, as another saying goes, is an inside job. And the tools we use in working that inside job are the 12 steps. Hearing endlessly about acceptance is one thing. Working the first step for ourselves is something very different. Stories about making amends may be inspiring, yet nothing will give us the freedom from remorse that taking that 9th step ourselves will give. The same applies to all 12 steps. There's much to appreciate about any, but to get the most from our recovery, we must work the 12 steps for ourselves. Just for today, tell yourself, self, I want everything my personal program has to offer. I will work the steps for myself. Yes, I will. I've been doing that, and there are days when I'm complacent, and those are the days when I'm feeling down and depressed and just blah. But once I get my energy back, and once I get a glimpse of hope and faith restored back into me, I'm still continuing to find new ways, like today, to help me along the way. Aside from just working the 12 steps and the things that I learned in SAR in rehab, I'm able to, create a program for myself with the standard basis of as a foundation of the NA, the 12 steps, and then I'm putting my twist in it for what works for me, because everybody is different, right? I'm trying to give an analogy. Okay, there's two people that can have the same size in shoes, like size 6, but I'm 6W and that person is 6. So no matter, even though we're both size 6, I can't really fit their shoes. It would be too snug on me and it wouldn't fit right. You get what I mean, right? Do what works for you. Do you. So, that was just for today. In God's care. March 10. Suffering isn't ennobling. Recovery is ennobling. I guess noble. Christian and Bernard. Millions of us worldwide are sharing this wonderful opportunity to recover. Just knowing we've all suffered intense pain and haunting fears in the past, but that we're now here lending comfort and support to one another reminds us of the miracle of God reawakened in our life through the 12 steps. We know now that suffering isn't a requirement of life. It never was. Suffering was a choice we'd gotten used to making, but one most of us make far less often since finding... why am I so off today? But one most of us make far less often since finding each other and this program. In recovery, we can realize some dreams that in years past seem impossible. We can become the men and the women we'd always hoped to be, and there's no mystery to it. Our assignment is simply to love and serve God, and trust in God, ourselves, and one another. Then we will know ourselves and become content. We no longer need to question our worthiness or our necessity to God's plan. I will enjoy the blessings of recovery today. Today will be another adventure that contributes to the realization of my dreams as God's wills. Yes, and like I've shared before, God was the one that led me to rehab. And I guess I talk a lot about rehab because that played a very big role in me understanding myself and my addiction and why I did it in the first place. Because there were so many times I wanted to quit. My soul was like crying, and I would try and it never really felt like a fireproof plan, and it felt like it was just me lying to myself. Honestly, that was it. It was just me lying to myself that I could do it alone. And when I finally admitted that I needed help, besides, like, I knew God was always there, but when I prayed to God to help me to find help, the kind of help that would spark, or that would like create an everlasting change in me. And that was me going to rehab. And like I've said before, even though I've lapsed in my many addictions, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. Keep it simple. Wow. First flip, I found it. March 10. I think I have to do an exercise first. Blah, 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 blah. March 10. Little things affect little minds. Benjamin Disraeli. Before recovery, we liked things our way. We thought every new thing we tried should go right the first time. Little problems could really upset us. We let little things spoil our day. We let little things affect big things, our entire lives. And our bad moods affected people around us. Funny how we have fewer of those problems now. The program is teaching us to let go. What a relief when we know we don't have to control every little thing. How nice when things get done without our expert advice. We're starting to see what's really important and what's not. When promise of the program is coming true, we know how to handle situations better. Prayer for the day. Sound of birds, beautiful. Higher power, help me see what is really important for me today. Help me to stop worrying about what's not. Action for the day. When I'm upset, I'll ask myself, is this problem really so bad? If I can't change it, then I'll let it go. Let it go. First of all, I can't even sing and pot go with a sore throat. I'm going to try. Don't run, I'll let it go. And little things like that used to bother me. Like, I was always so hard on myself. Even though it was my first time to try something and I didn't get it right, I was so upset. I would just throw everything over, like stop whatever project in the middle of it and just... I didn't understand giving myself compassion. I didn't know how that worked, but I was able to do that to others. And it was just, it made life hard on me to have like such high expectations on myself, and just to be hard and I don't know how I had such high expectations when I didn't have faith in myself. Conundrum, right? Same thing as, how can you be how can you be cocky when you're like insecure? We have visitors enjoying our beautiful beach. See how they're like excited about seeing things like this, and we take it for granted. Gratitude is the attitude, people. Whenever you come down to Jones Beach, even though we pass it like a zillion times a day, just look at it and just take a deep breath, or just look at it and smile and be like, thank you, Lord, for this beauty. Thank the Lord for everything. Gratitude is the attitude. It helps make everything better. Thank you, Lord, for this refined water. Thank you, Lord. It's 6 minutes till I have to leave, and I'm not gonna rush. I'm gonna just do things my pace. That was the reading for today. I hope the readings helped in any way, and continue to apply yourself, your beautiful, amazing self, to achieve the life you want to create, right? And always be compassionate to yourself. Love yourself in whatever form you know what love is so far. And be kind to others too. We're all battling something. Little things that you can't control. How people react and how people view you, or their opinions of you. The only thing you can control is your reaction and your emotions. Just always tell yourself, I don't understand what they're going through, but I understand me. So just let them be. And walk away, or, smile and turn. You don't have to be rude, and you don't have to be aggressive. So, with that said, love, light, and positive vibes. Everybody have a good weekend, because it's Friday.